Today was going to be a busy one. October the 31st, it's Halloween, and we previously done an investigation at Man And Scythe in Bolton, which revealed some very interesting evidence the BBC were interested in. So the first stop was the BBC studios.
Oh yeah. The Lighthouse family lifted 7 minutes to 11. Now remember, a few weeks ago we were talking about the old Man and Scythe pub in Bolton that had its ghost stolen by a Chinese artist. I know. In the studio with me, paranormal investigator, the man who actually did it, Don Phillips. Now listen, we've got some recordings, and these recordings were made on the night at the old Man and Scythe.
That's correct.
Is this just standard recording equipment?
Yeah, it's just a standard digital recorder.
Okay, well, I'm going to listen to this. This is recording number 1. Cock an ear at this. Oh, what's that?
We've been there. That's the one of the recordings I took with Richard. We was downstairs alone. The place was totally silent, and could feel this kind of energy build up on the recorder, and that's what was there when we played it back.
Let's have another listen. I don't like that. Oh, it won't.
It's quite good, isn't it?
Yeah. That's weird. Did it make your hair stand up, Richard, when you heard that? Oh, now hang on a minute.
Yeah.
We've got that recording, so bear with. This is that. Right, let's listen again. So you can kind of hear the word soldier. It's quite distorted, isn't it? I guess because that's the volume of playing it back. That's quite weird. And then we've got another recording here where I believe it sounds like "Watch Your Back." So have a listen to this.
Yes, Becky, is that you? What is it, Chick?
So they're very distinct messages, and these are being given to you in response to certain questions.
Yeah, I mean, I managed to gain information which has later been verified.
Yeah.
Which was previously unknown, and I do get replies to questions.
Do you? And so what did you ask to get a response like "Watch Your Back"?
That wasn't actually quite. Oh no, that was a question actually. I sort of felt a presence and said, "Who's that? Anything you want to say?" And it was basically, "Watch your back."
So tonight then you've got a special event going on at the pub, Richard.
Yeah, we're doing a live on Facebook paranormal investigation with Don Phillips, and we've got a chap called Andrew Lansell, who was a Coronation Street actor, who are hosting it, and he's also got a big interest in paranormal.
Oh.
Also, Parapsychologist Steve Mera.
So you're going to be doing this tonight, though? You better get cracking, hadn't you, if you're off to Bolton this afternoon?
Yeah, we won't actually be starting until 10 o'clock tonight. So.
I mean, does it have to be Halloween when you do something
No,
like this?
it doesn't make any difference whatsoever what day it is, what night it is. But traditionally it's Halloween and everybody gets excited and everything, but to me it's no different to any other night. And the results will certainly be no different just because it's Halloween.
It will be interesting to see what happens. And the 7th Earl, James Stanley, any evidence of him? The alleged stolen ghost?
None whatsoever.
Oh, well,
Unfortunately.
maybe he was spirited away after
You never
all.
know.
Yeah, well, we may never know. Listen, Richard, best of luck tonight, and hopefully he does turn up. And also, thanks ever such a lot, Don. We need to do something, because you did say you felt something here in the office. That'd be interesting to see if you can pick something up.
We will.
Let's do it. He said that in a very spooky way. Hang on to your washing machines. That's genuinely one of the funniest things that's happened in a long time. Thank you very much indeed for that, Don. Right then, it is coming up for 11 o'clock.
Coventry boy who was born with half a heart.
Genuinely brilliant. Thank you ever such a lot.
Having spent a total of about 20 minutes in the studios, I promptly left the studios, having picked up a £25 parking ticket and headed off to Bolton for this evening's event. Broadcasting from the location was Bolton FM, and also the press with attendance. So, first of all, was the photo session. Man And Scythe in Bolton previously proved an interesting place worthy of further investigation.
This quality is a little bit less pixelated. I've just come across this strange person wandering down the street.
Hello.
They're still trying to get organised in there at the minute. It's a little bit chaotic, as you might imagine. Steve?
Yes, I'm here.
Few words, Steve.
I'm having a cigarette outside.
Is that it?
At this moment in time.
Absolute crap, isn't it? The guy from Coronation Street, Andrew Lansell, he's arrived, and there's a few people gathering in there now. Bolton FM still trying to get everything set up at the minute, but I said earlier, they've got a couple of good recordings. When he was in there, I put the recorder on and put it down, and just says to the guys, "Can you say hello to my friends? Have you got anything to say to my friends from Bolton FM?" The reply that came back was pretty damn good, and they was impressed. It says, "They should leave us." So I'll play that later, guys, but not what we wanted to hear, but it is what it is. Anyway, I think there might be a pint in there with Don Phillips' name on it.
You are saying hello to these people here.
I can't read, I ain't got my glasses on, woman.
Oh,
Stop interfering,
dear.
she's interfering. Oh, hang on, here we go.
I'm going to go through it all on Drew.
Yeah, I just want some info on you so I know what I'm going to ask you. So, your background, how long have you been doing it?
33 years.
And what would your title be? What would you need?
Say hello.
Hello.
Is it
How you doing?
people on my Facebook.
Watch, yeah. It's going to be exciting.
I told you was here. Anyway, I'll drop back in a few minutes, just got to sort the paperwork out or something. I can't read this, guys, so I can't say hello to anybody, but I'll be back very shortly.
Tonight's investigation will be going out live stream to thousands of people around the world.
Hi guys, it's Don. We're here at the old Man and Scythe. We've got people just arriving now. I'm going to do little updates through the night as soon as I get a chance. This is not the main one that's been advertised, but well, it's our little own thing. I'll just take you down here now and show you what's going on. There's quite a few people gathering. It's on live stream at the minute. I just feel like popping in. Come and speak to me. So I managed to collar somebody. This is Robert from Bolton FM.
Hello.
So, we lost the connection. No, we're still live.
Excellent.
Well, Robert, what are you expecting?
Yes, before in Smithers Hall, and we didn't have an awful lot happen, but I think now we've got your guys with you, then...
And already, we did take a pretty good recording.
We did.
It wasn't the one
that we shouldn't be here.
Yeah, I says, these are my friends from Bolton FM. I think it was, "We think you should leave us." We've got the recording. We'll play it later through the little soundbar so you can hear it, but it's going to be quite an interesting night tonight, do you not think?
Definitely, yeah. I think with you guys here in particular, because then we wouldn't be hearing things like that.
So there's absolutely no pressure whatsoever on Don tonight, is there?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. All right, I'm going to crack on because we're still getting set up, guys. I'll drop back next chance I get. Cheers.
This is it. We're live here at the Old Man and Scythe pub in Bolton. It's 10 o'clock in the UK. We're going to be here till 2 o'clock in the morning looking for ghosts. This is one of the most haunted venues in Britain. But I've not done loads of homework on it. I've not studied a lot because I always want to learn about it as we go along tonight. But I can tell you, as soon as I arrived, I'm tingling as I'm talking to you. Right, I'm tingling as I'm talking to you because it's like that's him. So, and the pub is open, by the way. The pub is open. Yeah. So
you're not reduced to doing tours now, are you?
So we've got two paranormal experts with us. We've got some volunteers. We've got Bolton Radio as well. So there's quite a lot of people in for the first hour. The pub's just going to be a normal pub. But what is really essential and what is key is, first of all, ask whatever you want. Send in your questions to the comment thing down below. And we've got cameras all over the place, so we should be able to pick stuff up. If you see anything, feel anything, let us know, because it's all about interactive. It's all about you guys watching this first thing for Is This Paranormal? Let's go in. Here we go. Okay, so now we're live in the pub itself. I'll probably have to speak up a little bit, but first thing I'm going to do is introduce you to the owner of the pub. Now, you might have seen him in the newspapers and you might have heard him on the TV recently because there's been a lot of activity and a lot of stuff going on. But Richard, introduce yourself and tell us why we're here.
Hi, I'm Richard Greenwood, the owner of the Man And Scythe, and we're here tonight to do a live paranormal investigation. The first part of it is questions and answers, which I think we're going to go to now.
So, why have you been in the news recently? What's been happening?
There's been lots of paranormal activity here over the past couple of years. We've caught CCTV footage of ghosts.
Come and look at the CCTV. Come over here. So, any excuse to go behind the bar. Alright, so there was a very famous sighting which was spotted on this very CCTV screen.
This camera up here.
So tell us what happened.
So, quite often here, maybe once every few months, we'll come into the pub and on the bar floor there's some glasses smashed. This particular day there was quite a few glasses smashed. So we checked the footage and that's when we found the ghost. Right.
This is still taken from the actual footage, which was captured on their CCTV camera, which appears to show a tall dark figure at the end of the bar.
That's been studied now by lots and lots of people, and there's been all kinds of rumours about car headlights and neon lights, but the people who've actually investigated it can't see anything untoward with the video.
The sighting of that particular ghost, whoever it may well be, has been made the news, it's gone viral, it's been hit by millions and millions of people. If you want to Google and find out a little bit about the pub and the history of the pub, do that now and let us know what you're thinking about it. And also if you scroll down and look at the previous videos of this paranormal page, you'll be able to see the actual footage, which was just there. Many years ago, there was a massacre outside this pub, was there not?
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
So the Bolton massacre happened right outside the pub, and as a consequence of the Bolton massacre, James Stanley, the 7th Earl of Derby, was caught by the people of Bolton. He had his last meal inside the pub, he sat in a chair which we've still got in the museum room, and then he got his head chopped off outside.
So do you think, you as the owner, you've been here for 4 years, what was seen down there was him?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
What do you think? Was that him? Was it car headlights? Was it nonsense? We've got some people over here who hopefully will be able to tell us a little bit more about that. So, if you're just tuning in, we're at the Old Man and Scythe pub in Bolton for Is This Paranormal? It's a live interactive session, and this is our gang for tonight. Say hello, everybody.
Hello.
These are our, what are you, ghost watchers, volunteers?
In this first part we deal with introductions and the question and answers.
We're going to put to it. First of all, the chair that Richard was just telling us about, which was Sir James Stanley last sat on, was this thing here. That's not his head, but that is the actual chair he was sat on before he was beheaded for his involvement in the Bolton massacre. So, where's my pint? This is very important. Where's my pint? So I've got some special guests here, and I've been told already that we're getting lots and lots of hits. So it's taken off, it's happening, and we're off. We're live right now for Is This Paranormal? So couldn't do this on my own because I'd be too terrified. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do anyway. And I did stress before that I've not, usually when I do a ghost watch or anything, something like this, you do lots of homework, you have research notes. I've nothing. These are my directions to the pub and who I'm going to be working with, because I want to learn as you guys learn. But here on my left and here on my right in about 5 seconds.
Joining you?
Yeah, joining right now with a Dubonnet and a twist. Paranormal specialist Don Phillips and parapsychologist Steve Mera.
Good evening.
I didn't get a clap. I just had to end the thing. Okay, so by the way, just how it's going to work is I've got a phone on the Facebook page. The owner, Richard, and everyone else, you've all got, hopefully you tuned into the Facebook page as well. So if you see questions coming up that I've not seen, just let me know, because it's all very now live and happening. Steve, I'm going to turn to you first. You're excited about this tonight, aren't you?
I am. I'm always excited. And the possibility of finding evidence. That's what my job is. I come along and find rational explanations. I'm here to debunk as much as I possibly can. You know, that's what my job is, and it is something which I can find evidential.
There's me, hang on, there's me. How can I be on there? Look, that's fantastic. That's brilliant, isn't it? That's what it means it's actually
delayed reaction.
Yes, okay, get rid of him. There you go. He was better looking in real life. So you say you come here to debunk, you come here to find, come here to search. I mean, you've obviously taken part in hundreds of these events over the years. So why is this place so important? Why is this place so special?
Well, it popped up in the newspaper. That's what caught my attention.
Yeah, but you said to me already. You already know that something. You're feeling that there's going to be some special things tonight.
Well, no. What I'm basically saying is that this is going to be something different, because now our viewers are going to learn a little bit about tonight, about how what we're going to be doing is different than what they tend to tune in on a Halloween night. Because for me, it makes no difference if it's Halloween or any other night. You know, and it's always been that's always been the case. But it's about what evidence and how we find it, and you know, at the end of the day, is this haunted location? Well, you know, haunting is just a word as far as I'm concerned. Do we find out evidence to support the theories that this place, it's old, there's a lot of history to this place, but doesn't mean it's necessarily things are going bump in the night. I'm here to try and find out if there's rational explanations. If I don't find them, it's my job to try and come up with evidence to support that there is something paranormal.
Things that go in bump in the night could be, for those who've witnessed things here over the years, a slight, under-exaggeration, if there is such a word. You've been here a couple of times. You've taken part in investigations here, and you've indeed captured and experienced stuff.
Absolutely.
So let's start from day one. Your experience of why do you think this pub is haunted? Why do you think this pub is important?
Well, I wish women to come in and check it out. Obviously, I've got a reputation. I'm very successful at what I do, and he just sees some of my work that I did before. So he says, "Will you check it out?" It came in. First indications when it came in was it was flat. It was very, very flat. In fact, it remained pretty flat all night. But saying that,
Now, when you say flat, assuming I've never
lack of energy.
Lack of energy.
Yeah.
No vibes.
No vibes.
But when I arrived here tonight, I walked up in the street with Richard, and I'm not just saying this because there's nothing in it for me. There was vibes galore, and I haven't had a drink or anything.
Yeah,
there was vibes galore. I felt it very kind of strong.
What
is that because it's Halloween or what?
Well, do you know, it's very much similar to the last time. Like I said, it was very flat for most of the night, but then there were like what you call pockets of what some people have described as energy, where it would be quite strong in places for a few minutes and then it'd go pretty flat again. And that's what I was concentrating on last time I was here. Every time it got strong, I took a recording, and you've heard some of them recordings, and they're
Well, they're on the website, but I mean, people can. I mean, they're on the investigation that you did, which is on the. If you scroll down, it's on the. It's the paranormal.
I mean, obviously, there's enough there to substantiate the fact that there were sounds on there that shouldn't have been there. Sound, voices. It was quite a silent environment. There was replies in answers to questions.
You were asking the questions and you were getting replies. Give us some examples.
Getting replies.
Like what?
Well, me and Richard was downstairs. There was just us there. There's no females around, no ladies. And I felt a female presence. And I said, "Oh, who's that?" So we put record on, press record, 10 seconds, played that. I didn't even handle the record. I just put it on the ledge, press record and stop. And that's one of the recordings that's on the website. We've been there. I mean, obviously, when you get something like that popping out of thin air, you're struggling to get another explanation for it.
What's your explanation for it?
Well, I think it's good to mention at this point, especially to our viewers, that I was introduced to Don 2013. He contacted me out of the blue, asked me to go and do an investigation with him. I turned him down. He contacted me again. He twisted my arm, and I took a colleague with me. I said, "We're only going to be there an hour, so don't get comfortable." I'd seen some of Don's footage on the internet. I wasn't over impressed. I thought it was too good to believe, to be honest. You see a lot of stuff like that. I travelled all the way down to Leicester, expecting to be there for an hour, and we were there for 15 hours. And simply the reason is because I was met with Don with a recorder in hand, which I checked thoroughly. I formatted, and he pressed record for 10 seconds, and he said, "Guys, can you say hello to Steve?" And a very loud response came back and said, "Hello, Steve." As you can imagine, it caught my attention. I thought the recorder was rigged.
So, talk us through it. That's the very recorder over there, is it?
No. That's just recording.
That's a recording. Okay. So you have a recorder.
Yeah.
You ask a question into the ether, into the atmosphere, and then you then say hello everybody, and then that continues on, and you press stop and see what's been replied.
Yeah, I mean earlier the guys from Bolton FM was upstairs, just the two. We did the quick introductions, spoke about what they'd seen in the video. I said, "Well, let's just try this experiment," so we put the recorder down. And all I said was, "These are my friends from Bolton FM. Has anybody got anything they'd like to say to them?" The response that came back, which I played through the amp later for everybody to hear, was they should leave us. They should leave us. Not the ideal response, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. But the thing is, they heard it.
Well, we've conducted hundreds of tests. Experiments. No, in general, to try and find out how the recordings are happening, because there is a science to this. We're trying to find out. It's not just another paranormal incident. We want to find out the mechanics of it. How's it working? How's it happen? We changed the recordings.
It's Halloween. We're doing a live interactive experiment. We're here for several hours. Just before we went on air, you're telling us that something's already happened.
Oh, we already took two very, very good recordings. Yeah.
So we're going to be able to hopefully do that, some of that later on.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
We
fully
can set
expect.
something up and they can see if anything's happening.
Yeah, I fully expect. You know.
What do you think about that? What do you think about that?
Yeah, well, you know,
it's cool. I know. I'm calling a taxi.
Can I just say, you're signed in now. You can't leave.
Well, the voices are telling them to. So,
but it's totally different to being there to watching something on YouTube. Because at the end of the day, when you're watching things on YouTube or even on the TV, you don't know what's real, what's fake, what's staged. So when you're actually there at the time, obviously, you take something from it.
Well, the other thing, being there the last time, is that you can feel it. So when we were in those different rooms, and immediately you start to feel a bit of energy, and that's when you were pressing play on the recorders and getting things in response.
I should explain that I'll only press the record when I feel that energy. I don't run around shooting blind hoping to get a message or something. When I feel it the time is right, then I'll work.
Yeah, and assume, Richard, you scrutinise the recording just like I do.
Well, yeah, but the other thing is as well, you know, coming at it then from quite a pessimistic approach, but being here and feeling it before you've even said, do you feel that? And then catching it on the recorder really changed my perspective of it. So that's what you're going to see tonight, hopefully.
that's what we're hopefully going to see tonight here at Bolton. I keep saying the UK because there's timelines galore, but we're all united in Halloween. There's a picture out there. You can see what time people, you know, what time it is in Sydney, what time it is in LA. So if you are watching, if you're even just dropping in 5 seconds or 20 seconds, let us know, because this is a first. It's a start for this this organisation, and hopefully we're going to have a worldwide. And we can see already that people are tuning in and watching. So these fools, these people over here, somebody won the chance to be here. Was that you? Why?
So interested.
Yeah.
So what are you hoping to? I don't know if hopefully you'll be able to hear my voice, but just talking to the camera and tell the people tell us who you are, where you come from, and why you want to be here tonight at the Old Man Scythe.
Well, I'm Billy, and basically I'm a skeptic. We were talking to Matt a couple of weeks ago about it. I think he's a bit like myself. So basically, I'm just intrigued with history and stuff.
And how are you feeling now? Are you getting
I'm
relaxed?
Okay? I'm relaxed until somebody picks me up and throws me across the room. That's what I'm hoping for, basically. Sorry? Well, that's what I'm hoping anyway. So I'm hoping we can have put my mind at ease.
A hopeful skeptic. A hopeful skeptic.
Good.
We'll have that.
We like skeptics.
A hopeful skeptic. I'm not going to say what I am yet. Down the line, man, with that.
I'm Mike. I don't really know why I'm here, from honest with you. I just came along with her, and I'm now a bit scared in case something does happen, but I hope it does.
I entered because I'm not a skeptic, but I've never had any experiences or anything, and I want something to happen to prove me wrong.
Yeah, I don't really know what to expect. Pretty scared actually. But I'll deal with it.
It'll be alright, Mike.
Yeah. If I cry, then at least there's other people here, so it won't be too bad. You can comfort me, can't you? All, yeah.
Hi, I'm Louise. I've come from York. I won on Facebook as well to come here. I've always been quite curious of this type of thing, and I've been to a similar evening in Wales, in Plasteg, and saw some evidence there, so I'm really intrigued to see something here.
Okay, Matt, so come over to the table of our two experts, our co-hosts, if you want, for the night. How it's going to play out is in about 45 minutes. The pub will be closed and things will get a little bit calmer. And these two guys are basically going to be floating around the pub in the different areas, and we've got different teams.
Literally?
No, literally.
Are you gonna, well, fingers crossed. He actually hasn't touched the floor, which is very strange. But are these the teams?
Teams, yeah.
So we're going to have two teams in two different parts of the pub, places that have experienced activity in the past, and I'll jump around between the two, and hopefully, if things are happening, these guys can either explain it or witness it, record it, and then it's over to you. But most importantly, if you're feeling stuff, or if you're seeing stuff that we're not, things going on, please let us know. Please let us know, because it's your interactivity that makes this a special night. What are you hoping for?
What am I hoping for? Rational explanations. I always hope for rational explanations because for me it's important. Like I document them and put them out there. I get credit for putting rational information out. But if it's something unusual and I can't rationalise it, then that'll be really interesting.
Our friend over there called himself a hopeful skeptic.
That's good. I mean, I was.
Would you have that?
Yeah. Well, I'm a skeptic. You know, I don't just readily believe anything that people say. I've got to see it for myself. You know.
What's the most? What would be your greatest hit if you had an album out?
My greatest hit, if I'd had an album out.
What's the thing that you've gone, wow, blimey?
It was probably meeting Don for the first time, actually. I've 33 years in this field, never come across. You hear about people saying, oh yeah, the mediums, the psychics and all this, and you think to yourself, yeah, well, don't come knocking on parapsychologists' doors, because they'll be accredited, and they should do, and they don't do. And that tells me that there's obviously something usually hokey about it. Don was up front, he contacted me, I went down there to crush him, and I'll be honest with him, I did. I tried my best. Couldn't do it.
You didn't know where you was.
Couldn't do it.
End of that night, you didn't know where you
was. To be honest with you, it was a bit of a craze.
You're definitely not a skeptic.
Do you know, I'm
very sceptical
actually as sceptical as what Steve is about a lot of things that relate to paranormal. A lot of people think that if you're into the paranormal scene, then you buy into everything that goes along with it. Well, I really don't. I'm very much like you are. You know, I need to see evidence as much as what you do.
You see it to believe it.
You need to see it to believe it, and you know, obviously try and rationalise it. You've got to be objectional at the end of the day, but it is
intrigue you that people's
stories. Well, I mean, you know, people say I will quite openly say, people, I don't know if ghosts are real, and people look at me. What? Don't you see ghosts real? Because everything's termed as a ghost, and ghosts and spirits are two separate things. I deal with spirit communication, which is nothing to do with ghosts. I've never seen anything that I would say is, definition of the ghost, non-intelligent replay kind of thing. I've never seen anything that represents that. So, do I think they exist? I'm open-minded.
What we can say,
I'm sceptical about it.
Yeah. What we can say at the end of the day, through replications and tests, we've shielded these recorders to stop transients coming through. So there's nothing coming from baby monitors, taxis, radio stations. Because people always argue, you're picking up something transient. So we've done that, and we still captured. We put it in a Faraday cage, we still captured. We wrapped it up in 4 layers of foil to stop transients, put it in a sealed tin container and buried it under 2 feet of water and still got communications
ask them to put something on the recorder.
Are we in any danger then, because it's Halloween when emotions are high and there's things that go bump in the night, are we in any danger of overplaying it?
Tonight's no different to any other night.
It just happens to be Halloween.
It is.
We're going to see if there's any questions from, I was going to say the floor, that's not quite right, from the pub room. But if you guys have got any questions for any of the 3 of us, or Richard, the owner, just put your hand up so the camera can spin around and pick up your question so it's not off mic. So any questions to kick us off? I haven't got my glasses on, but I can see a hazy hand over there. Tell us your name and your question.
I'm Susan, and I'm curious, has any woman ever got pregnant from sitting on the chair?
That's for the answer for.
Yeah, you can answer that. Why are you asking me?
It's your chair.
Which chair? Oh, the chair.
The chair.
Well, it's been in that cabinet for a long time now, hasn't it? But there was plenty of people suggesting that they got pregnant from sitting on that chair. It's kind of a pub folklore tale, yeah.
Yeah.
And the other thing that happened in the chair, and the reason it's in that cabinet, is because the band The Who, they came in here, the chair was hung up, they sat in it and messed around and broke it. So we put it in the cabinet. Naughty boys.
Thank you.
So the answer is no. I think pretty certainly that no one's ever got pregnant from sitting on the chair.
Good start then.
But I'm not sure anyone's ever got pregnant from sitting on the chair. But you know what? Anything can happen. It's Halloween. Any other questions from in here before we go for a wander round?
I've got one.
Yeah.
Have any of you two had any experiences?
What, in here?
Not anywhere.
Well, you kind of already answered that, but you can answer it again if you had any
experiences. Yeah, but quite a number of them.
I think the ones that he really struggled with when he got to know me was when he's actually having direct voice communication, which is nothing to do with digital recorders. These voices were flying straight out of the air.
Yeah,
that was a
direct voice phenomenon. Happened on a case we did in Seattle.
America. Yeah.
This year, we had 3 accounts of direct voice phenomena that took place within 2-3 feet away from us, female and male voices, one of which interrupted our conversation.
Typical.
So you can actually hear it without
Direct.
so you can actually hear it.
Direct voice phenomena, DVP, comes straight out of the air.
I'm renowned for what I do with it. Well, what is it? I'm renowned for what I do with direct spirit contact. Okay, everything is about conditions. If the conditions are right and they're able to do that, then they will do that. But it is a lot rarer than obviously
It's
catching on the
extremely
recorder.
rare, yeah.
But saying that, it is quite an experience, obviously, when you hear it.
This, taking into consideration where we were, wasn't your average location. This place was highly.
And this is
highly
one of them was a totally clear woman's voice. In fact, you was almost in tears, to be honest, Steve. No, come on, you was, because it was so loud.
It was. It took me breath.
It's very moving when that happens.
I was shocked. Absolutely.
But it is a privilege when you do come across something like that, when you hear it. It's not faint, it's loud, it's clear, and it's just coming from nowhere. It's something that will stay with you.
What about you, Andrew?
I'm here to host, not to boast.
Ask him again in the morning.
Depends how much of that fosters.
There's some questions over here if you want to do it.
Okay, some questions. Oh, here we go. This is interactivity. Right, okay. Now, how do I get them?
If you scroll down the comments, do you want me to read a couple out?
Yeah, go for it. Go on.
Right, we've got...
Scroll down the comments of what? Which one? There we go. Oh, I can see you. You're all on telly. You're all on telly. Here we go. No, I can't see them on mine.
Here we are. So there's Holly Clayton. Do you believe ghosts, spirits are trapped in some kind of middle world?
Not at all.
No.
I've never... I mean, I communicate with these guys a lot. I've obtained a lot of information over the years, and no one has ever led me to believe that to be the case, although it goes against popular belief in some quarters.
Yeah. So you say no, right? So what was the famous ghost that was seen in this pub at the end of the bar?
Yeah. Well,
allegedly.
we're saying allegedly. We're saying it's a ghost. We don't know what it is doing. We're not proving it's a ghost. We're still looking into the footage. We're not making any claims at the moment. It's interesting, but even if it is a ghost, for example, why would it be trapped?
I agree. I mean, one theory, which I'm sure you've got bigger words for, is that if I came into this room now and you guys had a big ding dong, a big row, and you were quiet, I would pick up an atmosphere. Often, ghosts or alleged ghosts or historic ghosts have been involved in a massacre or a beheading or a fall or a child's been killed.
Some trauma.
Some trauma, which is perhaps left an imprint in
we believe that trauma can leave footprints, and sometimes they're raised through residual phenomena, which is your playback of events. But when it's interactive with you, that's not residual phenomena. That's something which is interactive in the environment.
Which is what we're hoping for, skeptically, tonight at the Man And Scythe in Bolton. It's getting near it. In about half an hour, the experts and the teams and Richard are going to walk us around the pub and show us where we're going to be holding the actual ghost watch. So I'm not allowed to call it a ghost watch. So what you say we've got some other questions?
Yeah, Margaret McMahon and Matt Blanchard have asked the same question. They both want to know, Don, can you use any recorder?
Yes. We've done that. We've done it with multiple different makes and models. Steve actually went out and purchased the same make and model of mine, and we both took the coins at the same time. Difference being I had a full sentence, nice clear reply on mine, and Steve got nothing but shh. So we've replicated these experiments and tested many times with different people.
So Adrian Smith, this one's for you, Andrew. How scared will you be if you find something?
Having done live interactive ghost watches before in the Tower of London and at Beaulieu National Mock Museum and Beaulieu Abbey, I can't say I've ever been scared, though your emotions do certainly get heightened. I'd be made up if something happened tonight, but it already is. You can feel it. There's a kind of there's an atmosphere, whether it's just expectation or whether it's hope. I don't know what it is, but or whether it's the Fosters. I'm not sure. But, it's a good question. Keep us posted. This is great. We've had these questions already, and we might not be able to get through them all tonight. But I'll learn how I can read them and relay them. So Matt's not. Actually, meet Matt. Yeah. This is our cameraman. Oh, look at it. Looks pretty good. You know what? When he arrived tonight, he had hair. So something's happening already. We got any more questions?
No, that'll be
okay, great.
yeah, we'll get some more later.
All right, so So this is it then. Join us later on and send your vibes, send your questions to us. We're in Bolton. We've got a great team. We've got 2 of the leading experts in the field, possibly in the whole world. And we've got what is categorically one of the most haunted pubs in Britain. It's described as one of the most haunted venues in the world.
So, in this end of part 1, all that remains is to say thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and please do subscribe.